Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Tea with the DG. It gives me great pleasure today to have the opportunity to have a quick little chat with our District Governor nominee designate, Ron Payne and Debbie, and Ron will be District Governor in 23-24. I know you've been president twice, so 13-14 was the first time, and your second time, who was DG then?
Yeah, so the second period as president was 2016-17 with Neville and Rebecca.
Yeah.
And I think the highlight of my time there, Grant, was I saw the need going in as president a second time for our club to set a bit of a direction in terms of where we were going. So I organised for our club to be involved in visioning, and we did a pretty comprehensive visioning exercise, and that set us up for the next few years. And I guess that my feeling is that we probably need to revisit that even now, because things do change.
That's
and
right.
But it's an excellent program and process that I think all clubs should get involved with at some stage.
Now, you've just completed 2 years as Assistant Governor, and next year you're going to be AG Mentor, which is quite good. I've done that role a few years ago myself. So what have you enjoyed about the Assistant Governor role?
I think one of the benefits that's come to me personally is the exposure that I've had to Rotary on a broader level. It's given me opportunity to learn a lot more. Still learning, of course, but I think by having exposure to the district leadership team, to all of the past district governors, there's such a wealth of talent and knowledge there. I've learned a lot. And I think when I was asked to consider doing the mentoring role, I thought, well, there's an opportunity there to continue the work that I'm doing as an assistant governor, but in another way to support those that take on the role as well. It's a terrific role to get to know your clubs and the members of your clubs, but it's also a really important link between clubs and the leadership team of the district, and it keeps us in good contact.
Now, Deb, I'll want to ask you a couple of questions just about your background. So how long have you lived in Bendigo?
We've been here around 29 years, Grant, so quite a while for us.
Long time, yeah. And where did you live before that?
We lived in a little place in the Western District called Macarthur, so it was sort of near Warrnambool Port Fairy. Ron and I both moved around fairly regularly with teaching promotion for him. But Bendigo is now home and we're very stable here. One of our daughters lives here. And we love the city. It offers a lot for everybody.
Now, Ron, so I know you retired a few years ago, and Deb's mentioned the teaching. So tell us a little bit more about your career and your progression through the various education opportunities.
Sure. Well, a 48-year career, Grant.
Wow.
It sounds a long time, and it probably is. But I had a really good career. Very enjoyable one. Trained as a primary teacher. I trained in Geelong, and then after that, we essentially spent our time in the Western District and Northwest. One of my first schools was a little place called Tempe, and it was a lovely place for us as a young family. But in those days, I was either a teacher, classroom teacher, or a teacher, head teacher. A lot of those little schools, I was in charge of the school. And when we came to Bendigo, I then took on a couple of principal roles in larger schools, principal Golden Square and then Eaglehawk North for 8 years each. And when I left the school situation, I went into the regional office here in Bendigo. And I fulfilled a manager's role for about 6 years. So it was a sort of a progression all the way through my career, and at the end of it, I knew that it was time to have a break.
So what are you looking forward to on that journey?
Well, for me, I guess it's just a continuation of the work that I've started in Rotary. Obviously, it's a volunteer role. We're all volunteers in what we're doing. But as you said, I've got a lot of skills, I think, and experience that I can bring to supporting others in the work that we do. The fact that I've chosen to step into a role such as DG is going to expose me to a lot of other people who've got wonderful skills, backgrounds, a lot of people I don't know yet, particularly the Metro people who I haven't had a lot of contact with. Some important learning for me to still go on through going through the district governor-elect nominee DG process. I know the training structures are there, so I'm looking forward to engaging with more people and I suppose spreading our wings in Rotary a little bit to see what else we can actually do.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thanks very much, both of you, for joining us today. And I hope everyone who's been listening has enjoyed learning a little bit more about our district governor nominee designate. And I'll hand now back to the chairperson or to our DG, Philip. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Ron and Deb.
Thanks, Grant.